Okay, so first of all, in order to everybody get on the same page, make sure and uh, open up a web browser and go to your website for this class and open up two tabs. One will be the front end, and then in the second tab you can log in. And also open up Dreamweaver and import your site. And if you'd like me to go over that, I will more than happily do that. How to do that. Okay, so while you guys are doing that, I'm going to download a couple pictures and show you two different ways to insert media into your web pages, right? So I'm going to look up some cows here. Okay, I'm going to download a couple cow pictures just onto my desktop. So I'll call the first one cow 1 and the next one cow 2. Okay, so this is the front end of my website, and I have another tab here which is open to the back end, which is the dashboard. The first thing that I'm going to do is insert an image onto a page using the media button that's on the page itself. So in order to do that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into the dashboard. I'm going to roll my mouse over where it says Pages on the left-hand side, and I'm going to come down, I'm going to click Add New. Now I'm just going to call this page Insert Media. I'm going to click my cursor inside this box here, which is the content box. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up here and I'm going to click this Add Media button at the top, right here, Add Media. And then you'll notice that it immediately loads the media library, right? Well, I'm going to bypass the media library and click on this link called Upload Files, a tab called Upload Files. Then I'm going to click Select, and then I'm going to choose that cow image that's on my desktop and click Open. And then in this area down here in the bottom right, I get to decide if I want this to be floated to the left or the right or the center, whether I want it to link to the original file or not, which would be none, and what size I want it to be, a thumbnail or the full size. So I'm going to choose thumbnail, and then I'm going to click Insert into Page. And what it does is it drops the cow picture into my page. So now I can hit Publish, and then hit View Page, and now we see the cow picture on there. Now, the only difference between that method of inserting media and the other method is, in this case, I clicked inside the content box and I clicked the Add Media button, and then when I got to the next page, I clicked Upload Images, and I went and got something off my computer. That's one way to put media in where you're uploading it right now, right? Another way to put media in is that you have uploaded it to the library previously, and now when you go to insert media, you insert it from the library as opposed to uploading it at this time. Okay? So now I'm going to show you how you would upload media to the library. And when I say media, it can be any type of digital media. It could be a music file, a PowerPoint, a video, a picture, right? So I'm going to roll over media here, and I'm going to go to Add New. And now I'm going to click on Select Files, and on my desktop I'm going to choose Cow 2 and click Open. And now you'll see that Cow 2 has been uploaded, right? Now I'm going to go click on my Pages link, And I'm going to scroll down until I see the Insert Media page and click on that. And now instead of cow 2, instead of cow 1, I want cow 2. So I'm going to click on cow 1, delete him. I'm going to click on Add Media. And instead of going to upload files, I'm simply going to click on this picture of the cow, which is in my media library, and click Insert into Page, and then hit Update. Okay, so you can fill your media library with content and then just add it to pages in this manner by going to the media library. Or at the time when you want to add media, you can upload it at that point. All right? Okay, does that answer your question? Okay, all right, you're welcome. Okay. Okay, so we're going to assume, since nobody wanted to hear about how to put in headers and background colors, that you guys have got all 3 of these down. Please feel free to ask me at any time if you want, if you have a question about any of that. I'm going to assume that you know how to make a left sidebar page, because we all made one, and how you know how to make a subhead. And like I said, I will go around after class if you want me to help you work on getting that background color in there. It's not critical. So the next step we're going to move on to is making a subhead that has 2 columns underneath it, right? And let me show you what that looks like. I'll go back to my site here, and you'll see I have all of these pages created, and each one of these pages is something that is a demo of what we're going to do tonight, which is an example of the type of thing you need to turn in for Project 2. So if we're going to look at the 2-column subhead, I'm going to go ahead and click on this 2-column subhead on my site, and I'm going to scroll down and I'm going to show you what it looks like. Okay, so this is just like the subhead we made before, but of course it's in 2 columns. They have background colors and there's text in there, right? So this is what we're going to make, and the way we're going to make it is we're going to use that subhead file that we made before and use that to create a new page called the 2-column subhead. Okay, so what that means now is that you have to go into Dreamweaver, because we're going to download the files from the server and we're going to edit them in Dreamweaver. So open up Dreamweaver and import your site if you haven't already, and then click on this button right here to connect to your site. Now once you've connected to your site, you can click on the button on the far right to expand your window, and you can drill down into the WP content folder. So the way you get there is, I got to close up my site so I can show you. So you guys are going to be seeing something that looks like this. All these files right here. And you can open up the WP content folder, and then open up the themes folder, and then open up the 2012 folder, and then you'll see something that looks like this. Now, you guys should have several of the pages downloaded to your website already, and you probably have the ones that we're going to use. So you may not have to download anything, but if you don't have it on your computer, you will have to go over here and click on it and hit the down arrow to bring it to your computer. Okay, so let's start out by opening up the file which is called subhead.php. So if you've got it on your local computer, just double click on it and it will launch. And if you don't see it in your local window, which is the window on the right, search for it over in the window on the left, click on it, and then hit the down arrow to download it, or actually double click on it in the left window and it will download and open. Okay? So I'm going to double click on subhead.php, and then I'm going to click on this button on the far right to collapse this window, and I should be looking at subhead.php, right? Now, I'm going to test your memory here. This is not a test you'll be graded on. Who remembers what we edited on this page? There's only 2 things we did to this page that make it different from the default template, which is page.php. Amanda's, yes?
Created a div?
Created a div? No, we did not create a div. Fred? To what? Yes, that is correct. So you see down here on line, on mine it's line 21, should be close to that on yours. On the default template, it says content and then it says just page. But we made it page 2 so we could direct it to our own custom page. Okay? What's the other thing that we changed on this page? Yes, very good, Gene. So if you scroll up to the top, we changed the template name to be subhead. Now, to create this subhead, the 2-column subhead, we're going to take this page and we're going to scroll up to the top, and where it says template name subhead, we're going to click in front of the word subhead and we're going to write 2-column subhead. And then we're going to make one more change, and who named Fred knows what that change is going to be? Page 3, right? So down where it says page 2 on line 21, click your mouse there, delete the 2, and make it page 3.
Can you show us exactly how you named it? Again?
Yes. Right here. Template name, colon, 2-column subhead.
So you want the spaces in it?
Yeah. The name doesn't really matter. It's just going to come up in your list of page templates. You can call it just, you could spell out the word, the number 2, whatever you want to do. You can put dashes. It doesn't really matter. Okay, what does matter, though, is that we make this page 3 down here on line 21. Okay, now, after you've done all that, I want you to do File, Save As, and I'd like you to save it as 2column.php. And it's that easy to make your own template. Now, if you guys recall, we had to work on 2 different things here. We had to make the template. When we did the subhead, we had to make the template, which is this one right here that we're editing. And then we had to go over to that content page and we had to do some things there. We're going to do the same thing as well. So go ahead and save this. Okay? And now, look in your files that are on your computer here over in the file window and see if you have something called content-page2.php. If you do, double click on that to open it up. Now, Amanda, this is where we added some a div. Okay? So you might have been thinking about that the last week we did that. So on the first page that we edited, which was is now called 2column.php, we simply said, okay, this is called the 2-column PHP template, and go look on content page 3 for your data, right? Well, so this one is currently named content-page.2. So the first thing let's go File, Save As, and let's save it as content-page3.php. So that means that new template we made, the 2-column template, will now pull content from this template. So these 2 are linked together just like the subhead was linked to content page 2. So go ahead and save that. Okay, now what we're going to do is, if you guys recall, the subhead that we made, the subhead page that we made, I'm showing it up on the screen right now, is just a box with some content in it, right? And it's just a set width. But this new subhead page that we're going to make, the 2-column subhead page, is 2 boxes, and each box is actually 50% or half the width of the page. Okay? So if the subhead page that we made last week only used 1 div to make this box, how many divs do you think we're going to use for this 2-column? 2. Okay? So we're going to go into Dreamweaver here, and you're going to come down, scroll down until you see around line 18 where it says div ID equals subhead. All right? And we're going to change that so all of this code right here, which is basically on mine, it's from line 18 to line 25. So this is where it says subhead and fun facts, and it's got all that stuff, right? We're going to change that so that there's 2 divs in there. And we're going to change it so that it looks like this. Okay, so what you need to do on your computer is you need to type everything that I've highlighted there. You can erase the old one if you like. That's probably a good way to go. Just highlight 18 through 25 if that's the div to div on yours, and erase it and type all this stuff here. Now while you're typing this, I'm going to explain what's going on. We said that in the last page, which was the subhead, we had 1 div, right, which was a set width. But here we need 2 divs because we need one on the left and one on the right. So I've made 2 divs. The first one is called col1, C-O-L, that's an L right there, C-O-L and then the numeral 1. And the second div is called col2. And you can see where the divs begin and end. And then this stuff inside the divs is just dummy content. Now you can, if you want to save time, you can just create this entire first div and then copy and paste it underneath to make the second div and just rename the second one column 2. Now while you guys are doing that, when we made the subhead page last week, there were actually 3 pages that we edited in WordPress. We made a template, a subhead template page, which is the one that we started out editing tonight. We made a content page 2 page, which is the other one we edited tonight. We changed that to content page 3. But then we changed something else, one more page. Does anybody know what that is? The style sheet, right? Because we have to change the style sheet so that WordPress knows what column 1 is supposed to look like. That it's supposed to be 50% across the column, and then it's supposed to have a background color, and it's supposed to have a certain height. How are we doing? Is anybody still typing? Anybody need another second or 2? Okay, give you another second or 2. Who's going to win the game tonight? It's a tough one, isn't it? Yeah?
The better game. Yeah, we're playing San Diego State.
What are you feeling? Are you feeling it? Are you feeling?
Yeah, I'm feeling it.
Okay, good. How are we doing? Still going? Okay. So, those of you that are done typing this page, look over in your file list here and locate the file called style.css and double click on it. Okay. Is everybody done typing this page? If you're not done, please raise your hand. Okay. Okay, now I'm going to double click on my style.css page. I'm going to open it up. And what I want you to do is it's going to have all this gray stuff at the top. I want you to scroll down until you see it start being colored. It's right underneath the word reset. You should see that thing we made last time that says subhead. That style we made last time. Scroll down, put your cursor right underneath that, and hit your return button. And I want you to type I want you to type these two styles, and the easiest way to do it is to type the first one and copy it, paste it in underneath, and then make the changes to it on the second one, just like we did with the text on the last page. Now, while you're doing this, I'm going to explain what is happening. On the content page 3 page, we made two divs. And those divs were called column 1 and column 2. And those sync up to these styles here. Column 1 has a width of 50% and a background color, which happens to be, I think, a greenish color. It's got no padding, and it's floated to the left-hand side. Column 2 is identical, except it has a different color. Now the word important is being used. You can use the word important when you're concerned that something might not work because another style might be affecting it. And if you recall, in the subhead here, the background blue color wasn't coming up. So I put the word important here to make sure that we get these colors. Now let me give you a fair warning. If the colors don't come up on your computers, on some of your computers, you know, I'll go around and check that. It might be the browsers that are being used. It might be some other difficulties, but we'll get it figured out. Okay, how are we doing? Need another minute? Okay. Those of you that are done, go up to your File drop-down menu and do Save All. File, Save All. Now go over into your menu, your little file menu over on the right-hand side, and hold down your Control key and click on the pages called Content Page 3, 2column.php, and style.css, and then hit the little up arrow.
Sorry, could you name those three again? I missed those three. Sorry.
I'm sorry, I'm going too fast. Here, let me bring them highlighted up in the window so he can see them. Okay, there they are right there. Make sure he saves all. And then click those three and hit the arrow, this arrow right here, to upload them all to the site. Okay, hi. Now once you've done that, go out to your website in the web browser. Am I leaving anybody behind? No? Okay. Go out to the website in your web browser. And let's look at the front end of the website. Now, if you're logged in, you see this black bar at the top, which doesn't show up for anybody else except you when you're logged in. It's called the admin bar. And the nice thing about this is it gives you a quick way to make new pages and posts. So just roll your mouse over this thing called New with the plus symbol, and then choose Page. All right. And then for the title, call this 2column. And then scroll down over on the right, and where it says Templates, and there's a drop-down menu underneath it, click on that, and you should see the name of the template, the name that you gave it. Okay? I want you to click on that, and then hit the blue Publish button. Now, after you've done that, you can scroll up and click the View Page button, which is at the top of your page. Should be right in the center. And then it should take you out to a page that looks something like this. You're not getting it? Not getting colors? Now, this, like I said, it's like every other computer's not getting the colors. Yeah, it's weird. I don't know if it's the browsers you're using or what, but if you did it and you got everything except the colors, you're golden. Yours is. Oh, here's why yours didn't work. Do you see how there's no semicolon after that? Okay, do that, and then put one there. Okay, and did you see how these colors all change back to sort of normal? Okay, so now what you do is you do put. Okay, and then you refresh this. Magic. Raise your hand if you had any issues, and I'll help you out. Okay, this column. Okay. All right, so let's see. With 50%. Okay, yours looks right. Let's see, come to page 3. Let's see what I want. Wow, yours looks right. Now let's see. Which shell browser is this one? Ah, okay, so you just have to refresh it. Okay, well, see, I see over there, which is, so you don't have, you're on the subhead, where's your two columns? Page 3, subhead page 2, right? So, did you upload all of them? Page 3 is up. So this one is delayed. No, here's a part. See, you don't have a closing tab. See that? Which means, did you do it again up here? Div ID column 1. Div ID column 2. So now we'll work over this.
Like a hover.
Yeah, oh, there's
You're like, compared to that screen where you talked about.
yeah, I know. That was subjective, but no one's wrong with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, great. Okay, who else is having problems? Raise your hand. Okay, so we're going to look. Okay, this page is correct. You've got that named correctly, and that's correct. Okay. So now we're going to go here. This page is correct as well.
She just did that's a gift.
Like, okay, all looks correct, so it may just be that they didn't, it may simply be that it has to be refreshed. Let's see. So, on this page, you have to go to where it says default template. And you have to click on that. Oh, okay. It's not showing the user template. Okay? So we can try and make it refresh. Okay, still not showing it. So that means that it did not upload it. Okay, so we're going to try it again. We're going to go to style. Column. And content page 3. Okay, we're going to hit the upload button. And we're going to say no for should dependent file be included. Okay, now we're going to go back here and we're going to hit refresh again to see if it comes up in the list. And there it is. So it didn't get properly uploaded.
So I do each of them together?
Yeah, you can do them all at the same time. Okay, for some reason it didn't take. Okay, so now you click on this. Go ahead and hit the public button.
Yeah, I had CX6 besides for flash.
Okay, now put that.
That's very hard. I was gonna have hard work on time. Okay. Okay. Like first second semester. I was in the animation. I told her and I had to take this traditional animation.
Okay.
Yeah, nobody does this anymore. Nobody does.
Okay, anybody else? Problems or questions?
Wait, feels like video. Not even like that. They're like-
Okay, good news. Good news, the hard stuff is done.
Now
Hard stuff is done. We've made 3 templates. Templates are the tough stuff, right? Now all we're going to do is make 3 styles, and those will all be made on the style sheet. And then we're going to make pages that display those styles, okay? So let's go back to Dreamweaver. And let's double click on our style sheet to open that up, or click on the tab in Dreamweaver that shows the style sheet. And scroll down below the styles you just made. I think the last one was column 2. And I want you to make, we're going to do this all at once so we can knock it out very quickly. So what I want you to do is, I want you to type all 3 of these styles on your style sheet. And I'll give you plenty of time to do it. Now, while you're doing it, I'm going to tell you what each style does. And I'll tell you again when we're actually deploying them. This first one is called red headline. And it's got a dot in front of it, which means it's a class. Now, when we make divs, we tend to give them styles that are called IDs. And an ID means that style is only used once. Like you only have one header, one footer, things like that, right? When you put a dot in front of a style, that means it's a class, which means it's a general kind of style that can be used over and over again. For example, something called red headline might be just that. It might be whenever you want to turn a headline on a page red, you would use this, and you could use it over and over. The same goes true with these other styles. The dot callout box. A callout is a term like in a magazine when you take some text and you blow it up and make a quote over on the side. It calls out to the audience, right? So callout box is just simply going to be a way of formatting some text on a page. In this case, it's going to have a border and a background color. And finally, dot body copy. Body copy is just the text that's on a page. And these are some styles which are going to allow you to make a block of text look very different. Now remember, when you make your web pages, your project 2 to turn in next week, we're going to look at those and give some constructive criticism. And you'll have all these styles to play with, and please feel free to change them and customize them to your desires. Change the colors, change the font sizes, make it look the way you want it to look. And please make your web page look like a real web page that has real content on it, which applies to whatever theme you've chosen. You know, if it's a kitty litter site or a doggy litter site or a doggy. You know, dogs that litter, just throw junk out of their cars. Now, while you're doing this, I'm going to go ahead and just briefly explain the styles, the attributes here. So the red headline, we've simply increased the font size to 24 pixels and chosen a red color. The call-out box, we've simply given it a blue background color. We put some padding around the edges of it, and we gave it a border with a solid black border of 3 pixel width. And the body copy, we changed the font. We changed the font size. We changed what you guys would call leading, which is the line spacing between lines of text. and we change the letter spacing, which you would call tracking or kerning, which is space between the letters. Okay, now those of you that have finished, go ahead and do File, Save All. And then over in your File menu over here on the right, click on your style.css and hit the Upload button, which is the up arrow. And now we'll upload it to your website. Now I'm going to give people just another second to finish typing. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to make 3 new pages and put this style on each of the 3 pages. Put these 3 styles on each of the 3 pages. Who needs another minute to type? Show of hand. Okay?
Question?
Yes, where? Why the Gene?
Border? Is there, you need a colon after border before prefix?
Yes, actually, thank you. This is an error right here that Gene just spotted, which I cleverly put in here for one of you to spot. There needs to be a colon after the word border. So if you've uploaded your file already, you need to fix this and then save it and upload it again. Now, by the way, what would have happened if we didn't catch that is no border would have appeared. It wouldn't have screwed up. I mean, your style would still work, but no border would have appeared. Okay, so put the colon in, do File, Save All, click on your style sheet over here in the File menu and hit Upload again to re-upload it. And when it says, should dependent files be included in transfer, you say no. Okay, how are we doing on typing this? You need a minute, anybody? Okay. Okay, those of you that have finished, go ahead and go to your WordPress site and click up there at the top where that plus symbol is and where it says new, and make a new page. And then for the title, call it Red Headline. Okay? Now, go down into the content box, and there's 2 tabs at the top right of the content box. One says text and the other says view or visual. Yeah. Okay, you want to click on the one that says text. All right? And then you want to click in that box. How are we doing, Kathy? Okay. Now, I want you to type angle bracket, the letter P, and then a space. And then I want you to type the word class, and then an equal sign, and then a quote, and then red dash headline, end quote, and then end angle bracket. I'll write up here on the board. Like what I have there on the board. You done, Kat? Okay. Then I want you to finish typing what you see on this page here. So now you type, this is my headline, and then you close the paragraph, which is angle bracket / P and end angle bracket. Now the way WordPress works, if you just type text in here and you hit your enter button, and then you type more text, it'll automatically put a paragraph return in there, which will give you space between the paragraphs, right? But if you want to call a style in, you can manually put a paragraph in, which is what the P tag is, and then you can call that specific style. In this case, we're calling a class which is called red headline. Okay? Now, after you've typed everything that you see here, hit your Publish button over on the right-hand side, and then click your View Page button. And you should see it say, this is my headline in red letters that are a little larger than normal. Okay, so what it's doing is it's applying those styles, which gave it a color and a larger font size. Okay, everybody good with that? Okay, how we doing? Kathy, you got it?
Oh, okay. The reason I'm working is because, you have to put this inside of, you have to put your text in here, there you go. Yeah, probably fix it.
Okay, now go to your Dreamweaver, the front page of your Dreamweaver, the front end of your Dreamweaver site. So you're looking at this page, right? And click the plus by the new up there at the top and make a new page. Okay, and call this page Call Out Box. And make sure that you're clicked on the Text tab over here in the Content area and type this text that you see on my screen. I'll see if I can blow my screen up any. Nope. Oh yeah, I can. Cool. Here's the text you want to type. Is that a little better? Oh yeah, it's a lot better. Oh my God, I was giving you guys eye strain. I can see the class action lawsuit. Okay, now this works exactly the same way as the last one. It's a paragraph tag here and an end paragraph tag wrapped around some content, and we're simply calling the next style, which is called Callout Box. Now I want you guys to do exactly the same things you did with the last one. Type this, hit Publish, and then go view the page. Now you'll notice that this does something different. Instead of making the text big and red, it puts a blue box around it, puts some padding around the content, and thanks to Jean, puts a border. Jean's my shill. I actually paid her to do that. Okay, anybody having any trouble? Raise a hand.
Okay, go back to your style sheet. That's all right. That's all right. Okay, so we're gonna upload this. Yeah.
Okay, anybody else having an issue? By the way, if you don't see it looking the way it should, remember to hit your refresh button on your browser so it can reload the latest version of the page. Okay, now what I want you to do is go back to the front of your WordPress, click on that plus symbol by the word new, and make one more page. And we're going to call this page body copy. Let's see. And you know what? This one is going to be very similar to the last one, except there's going to be one little change, just to demonstrate the difference in the line heights. So on this one, you want to type this text that I have here. Now I'll explain. This one is nearly identical to the other one. There's only one difference, and the difference is that in the middle of the text here, I have this thing called a break tag. It's the angle brackets with a BR around it and then the slash. And all that does is take this line here and push it down underneath this one. Okay? And the whole reason we did that was because with the body copy style, we made it so that lines of text that are on top of each other are spread out further than they would be normally. We also gave it a different font, and we spread the letters out. So go ahead and hit update on this. What happened to yours? Okay. Go ahead and type all that in, hit publish, and go view it out on the web. And you should see the demonstration of this. Anybody having trouble, please raise their hand. This is an error right here. So tell me to take that line out. And then update. Tell him that the code is very particular, persnickety, whatever you want to say. It says, and you have to get everything exactly right, or it won't give the desired result. Yeah, we all do that. Yeah. Okay, how we doing? Everybody get it? It should look like this. Did you get yours, Jessica? Yeah, that's perfect. Okay, so you can see what we did here. We made the text bigger, a different font. We spread it out this way, and we put what's called line height, which is more space between the lines. Okay, so you guys are fully loaded. You now have 3 templates and 3 styles, which you can customize to your needs to do Project 2. So once again, Project 2 requires that you have all these and that you make the web page look like a, quote, real web page that has a header, a background color, and content. Okay? Now, feel free to be more ambitious than what we've done here. If you have a fair understanding of what's going on and you want to create your own styles, please be my guest and experiment. This is the minimum that's required for the project. Now, does anyone have any questions about anything we went over tonight or about anything to do with creating the work for Project 2? Well, you guys want to go home really early, don't you? Okay, no questions at all? All right. Anybody who wants a little extra attention can stay, and I'm going to go over some of the stuff that we did over the last couple weeks with a few students. The rest of you are free to go. please enjoy your evening and go Cats.
So, I guess I lost one. You lost mine? Everything that went away? Your website?
No, last time I left was my side letter and the header and
Mine. See you tomorrow night?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so, everything's died and Anthony. Yeah. Would you say what? Oh, you just downloaded everything from your site? I made a new site, you downloaded everything. Okay. Probably the easiest thing would be for us to copy all the files, like from my site. Yeah, and just drop out to your, and then you can upload. So we have a flash drive? Okay. I'll just copy that. Back to everything. Did you understand what we did? Yeah. Is there a way I can? Yeah, you can, the subhead is just, you know the subhead we made in 2 columns? Yeah, it's just a subhead with 1 column.
Yeah.
So,
The thing is, I got kind of lost.
oh, because you didn't have it.
Yeah, you were referring to.
So you were able to make
the original
this.
subject.
Oh, no, you didn't, so you didn't make the subhead too?
I did not make
Okay.
something too because I didn't.
All right,
I
let me
put-
do this.
I put the
I'm gonna give
the style.
Okay, you put the styles in?
I put the style in there. I just don't know what I.
Okay, so then this is what you need to do. We need to make a new page
It's just.
off of page.php, that's what we use them all, right? So, write in template,
They're trying to tell you lots of
space,
stuff.
name, colon, space, colon, so 2 columns, let's do the 2, did you do the 2 columns? Oh, did you make the 2 column page already? No, okay, let's call this 2 columns, we'll make that first. Hi, Nutrit. Okay, down here, where it says page right here, yeah. Make it, or actually this one's gonna be 3, okay? So now we're gonna save
Yeah,
one
yeah, bottom left, right.
as 2 columns.php.
I remember the word.
Okay. Alright, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go get this page called, and we're gonna resave it as content page. Now, right here, is where we're gonna put, content, which is, let me bring it up.
It's like an order list or something.
Yeah, I'll show you. I'll just bring it up on the screen.
Okay, so what, that content page? Well, for me,
Okay, type all that. So type it once and then copy and paste it in again.
Okay, Max, got your, flash?
So wait, what are you putting on my? Are you putting everything that's on the side?
Well, sort of. I'm putting everything that you need that you don't have, and then we're gonna paste it into your site. So I'm gonna put in all these templates,
I just have to go in.
and I'll give you my style sheet, and we can cut and paste the styles onto your style sheet, and then we'll go in and we'll apply these templates to pages, so you have the same setup everybody else does. Do you have it, Alex?
Almost, yeah. Pretty much.
Okay.
It'll be just a second, Max, I'm just gonna get Alex situated. Let me
me answer Jesus' question real quick.
The left sidebar is not even showing up. Okay, well, okay, you can go back to the default page of this, but we'll probably have to sit down and go over it. Probably, like, it's probably just not working right. Like, we have to go through it all. Well, you don't have to have the left sidebar showing up. You know what I mean? You can just apply this left sidebar. When we get a chance, let's look at it and figure out where it is. Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
so like, I know that we have to incorporate all these things into the.
Right.
So like, say,
Yeah.
as long as all these are.
Yeah. You can use your creativity to do whatever you want.
Okay, Alex, you got that?
Yeah.
Okay. So,
And you've already got the styles?
Yeah, I got the style.
Okay, so say
I uploaded it already.
you uploaded everything?
No, that's this one. I uploaded this one.
Yeah. And did you upload the column?
There we go.
You did upload the stuff sheet?
Yeah.
You got a Monday.
All right, now go out to your site
Yes, but yours are cute.
and let's make it.
How much I sent her?
Oh. And then come over here and see.
Dad's side. Now they got her buried.
Okay, there
Now the one column is basically that. We can easily make the one column. Actually, I'm gonna give you the task. Go ahead and make a one column.
I think I can do that. I just have one question.
Yeah.
Like, we renamed this, where is it? We renamed this page 3.
Yeah.
And when we go to content page,
Right.
You wouldn't have to make them so big,
sorry, no.
so that we can get a couple of them.
Yeah, so
We named this content page 3,
Right.
and that's because we're naming this
You
page
can have
3.
like a
Right.
different little
So
spot.
it's like content dash page. It takes that and then puts a dash in it.
Puts a dash in it.
So right. So in other words, my assignment for you is to make the subhead page, right?
Yeah.
So you're gonna take content page and you're gonna save this content page 2. You're gonna change,
Unless we change.
and then you're gonna make one called subhead and you're gonna pull in content page 2. And then you're gonna make a subhead style that just has one column. It's 100%.
okay, let me copy your files. Okay. 2012.
Greg, did you know that you're on ratemyprofessor.com?
Yeah, I do.
And somebody rated you as hot?
Yeah, good for them. That was me. Let's see. So what do we need? We need 2 column. Oh gosh. Okay.
My friend.
All right. We need 2 column. We need page 2, page 3. No sidebar left. Style. Subhead and subhead 2. We're gonna copy those. Okay, we're gonna open SnaiDog. Max, where do you want these? Advanced web design?
Yep, yes, please.
Okay.
He is the worst professor I have ever had, and they couldn't spell anything right.
New pages for Max. Yeah, I know, that really undermines their cause when they can't spell anything. It's like, look, I'm not English, right?
He was,
So maybe if I were the English teacher, we'd validate your
Yeah.
comment, right?
it was my friend who's an English professor, and he teaches like Janet English, like 101 and stuff.
Yeah.
And this kid was like, "This is the worst class
Yeah.
ever."
Well, hold on. I just want to tell you to be careful. Don't copy the style sheet over just yet.
I I know what it
You
means.
can copy the other ones, but I don't want you to roll your page. Sorry. But, yeah, open that up and I'll show you. Okay, so,
Everything's like,
well,
what?
well, what we're gonna do is, yeah, let's get everything in style. And that will be, so. Now, you made a folder, a new folder on here? Or what? So, same folder, okay. Which is, okay, so this is all the stuff? That's what I just now. Okay, so I could get rid of that. No, well, okay. Here's how she's in here. Yeah, okay. I think it's all good. We're gonna hold it right now. Okay. Let me try to paste this stuff in here. Huh.
The orange one, the lighter, or the darker
Well, I'm
orange.
just gonna write it all again.
Yeah.
Okay, now then on the style sheet, I'm just gonna open it, and I'm gonna copy the style sheet and paste it onto your style sheet, so you don't overwrite it. So what you need is. No, no, because you don't have it. Yeah. Okay, so now we'll close that one. And oh, sure. And we'll go on your side.
Big one's on the spaceship, that's the big one.
Didn't.
That's what I'm saying, well, the baby's got the big one, and it's small, and I'm trying to chase
Oh,
them.
wait.
That's when they're attacking, see?
Yeah.
Carry the whole backstory.
Sorry. Maybe you already had it in there. Okay. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to 2012. Okay, we'll open up your style sheet.
Oh, shit. Yeah, we've seen it.
Okay, see, you did have the subhead in there, but it's okay. We're gonna put all that in, right? Okay, so now we're gonna save this. Now we're gonna upload all that stuff to your WordPress site. Sidebar. There's gonna be a couple of content, 2 and 3.
You can do that. You don't wanna do that.
Is it? I don't know. Find out.
You can name all of them.
Yeah, it just wants to upload it.
Yeah, she's surprised.
Right. Okay, so now we're gonna make,
Just do some funky ones.
so let's call this off. Okay, and then click on the drop down and choose that and make it publish.
Black one.
And then view the page.
But that one came up.
Okay, new page, right? And let's just call this one subhead.
Across the growling.
And, that's it.
Exactly.
Alright, no, that was alright. Let's make it, let's make another one.
White one's a little hard to see still.
Okay, let's call this one red headline. Take it off?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have some things that I'll-
Okay, you wanna come early? Okay,
I have another meeting before that.
okay,
So
you can set it then.
well, if I,
Come whenever you want.
I
Okay, so now you wanna type, I'll put it up on the board.
The P1, P class?
Yeah.
And then Greg, you have class on Tuesday, what time?
Do I have what?
You have class on Tuesday, right?
Yeah, Tuesday night in here? Yeah.
Oh, okay, same time, 5:20?
You can come in if you want.
Yes. Your purple one's hard to see. Yeah.
That has to be in text, right?
Okay, yeah, you're typing this for the red headline.
the, okay, so I made the subject page, page 2, template name subhead, and then.
Wait, okay, here's page 2, okay. Where's the subhead? Okay, that's right, okay.
Yeah,
And then on the style, what's your style?
I don't know what to put for the style, but.
Width 100 or to float left. Give it a height of 100 pixels. Okay, and then, yeah. So upload all 3 of those, and then, wait, oh, actually, I think I know what the problem is on both yours, because you both have a problem, so that. What's the subject page? No, go ahead.
And I just put like.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I just put some.
That's right. Okay, so try it out, upload everything and see if it works. And if it does, we'll compare it.
Red headline works.
Okay, red headline works, make a new one. Call it, call out box.
I'll switch over to that.
Just more code.
Yeah, it's just something similar to this.
Okay, so, did you upload all that? Try it. Oh, you just added some more stuff, okay. So you want content 2, you want subhead, you want style. Did you save everything first?
Yeah.
Okay.
How's this subhead made? And then I just choose some publish.
Okay, that works. So make a new page and call it body count. Okay, now we're having problems with the blue color coming in for some people. And
I didn't put any blue color in the style.
oh, you didn't. Oh, okay.
But is that?
Why does it say subhead 2?
Oh, because I made a new page called subhead 2.
Oh, okay. Okay, Max, I'll bring up the last thing that you have to type.
Well, and then I just go home and make it like to my being, how I want it to be, to my page.
Yeah, well, you can change each one to whatever you want. You can customize them to whatever you want, but just type this in for now so that you get it to work.
So you got it to work. You just didn't customize it the same way I did.
Well, I can put it in.
No, you don't have to.
But I'm just wondering what it's supposed to look like or what the subhead is supposed to do. Because to me, it just looks like a normal field.
Right. Well, put some color in. It's not color though. It's background color.
Background color for the
Background
box.
dash color.
Not color, text color.
Yeah. Color is technical. Semicolon, here, semicolon. Oops. Okay, you're good. So now wait, the subhead didn't want to go right.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see what's going on with that one. So this page is fine, and the problem's going to be down here in the style sheet. So maybe we forgot to bring in content pages. Let's see. So yeah, here's subhead. We need to look at this, and we need to look at content pages.
Okay, I got it.
That is the problem. So we need to call, oh, maybe that's what he's.
I want to code.
This may fix the problem. Let's see. We want to look at what's on this. Okay, that should be good. Okay, so now if we, what the heck was, that's scary. I mean, what was the one that was being called subhead? Where did that come from? Okay, maybe there's 2 called subhead. Maybe you have one. Let's give it a very.
She's got big lips.
So we're gonna call this one. Very obvious.
Oh, this is the problem. It's
It's
on
on
page 3. See, because we, you know why, right? Because we made subhead 2 off of subhead, and so we didn't. We're going backwards. Oh, well, we have to change the word. So we refresh this, and change the word. All right, good to go.
Thank you, Greg.
How are you doing, Alan?
I think I got it.
Okay. I think you do too.
Yeah, how come you didn't do the
All
chart?
right, buddy, have a good week.
Oh, I forgot. I wrote it down over here and I just, there was so much going on. I forgot, I'm sorry. I'll do it next time. You remind me there?
Oh, no.
Okay, sorry about that.
Yeah.
Next time for sure.
Don't look like that.
Sure, you have a good week, man.
Yeah.
Have a good weekend, Greg.
Bye.
People that have these pages, that's all it's got.
Oh, they use something, when you have an empty template, it's called a sandbox. It's like, developers would be like kids that play in the sandbox, right? So they can build anything they want to sand, right? So there are templates out there that are just blank, and they're called sandbox templates. And they have different names. There's one called sandbox, one called toolbox. And basically you can just look, you could say minimalist WordPress theme and you find something that has, you know.
You don't have to do
So,
something.
well,
You could.
just want to make homepage.
Most commercial type of copy.
Right.
Have very different, like.
Well, unfortunately,
Yeah, I don't know what to do.
in order to be able to teach, 20 people at the same time, I sort of have to keep everybody on the same thing, right? Now, what I'm allowing people to do is if you want to install
We can
things
just
the
take
second
pictures.
to your website. Yeah, and play with that and make things look cool in that, you can do that. But when we're working in class, you always have to switch it back to the 12 theme so we're all on the same page. Let me show you how you make a different theme. You don't want your, and I'll answer your question here too, which is,
Well, maybe there's two different things going on. So say we're just in a one theme from 12.
Right.
This first homepage, I want you to,
just be a big picture.
yeah, so we were thinking each go with another template.
Right, so you would do something like, here, I'll just hack, see if I can hack one together.
No.
So what you would do is, you would go to like the,
Yeah, I just have to change it.
well, normally we use page.php, right? But you might use something like this full width one, right? So we might open up the full width page, right? And we might save it under a different name, like, right now it's called template name full width, right? So let's call this template name home, okay? And we will save this as home.php. Okay? Now, just to play with it, right?
I was writing down my.
We could take the footer off by highlighting this and doing something called
Write it
commenting
down, so
out.
when I look back, I'm like,
Actually, it's called PHP. And so now the footer is going, right? We can take the header out the same way. I think in order to take the header out, see how this is all in the first thing? I think I'm gonna have to put that, right, to close it, and then that, and now I can get rid of the header, the same way that I did before. Now, I don't know if this will screw up the website, or it's not the website, the first page, because the first page may need information that's in the header. You know what I mean? If that's the case, we'd have to create alternative headers, right? Now, let's just try this, right? So we'll save it. Let's go home.php, we'll upload it, like the clip. Okay, so it uploads, right? Now we'll go to your site, we'll go into your home page here, we'll say edit page, and we'll change it to the home template. Now, fair warning, you might get hosed, right? There it is, right? So, you know, now all we have to do is hack out the name and put a giant picture in as the content. Maybe the background color, and that could be your homepage, and you could just put the type of link in there. You know, or you could make this a you want to get rid of that, you literally have to delete it. Well, it can.
I don't know if I like them.
See, it's gone.
I like the green.
When I do things, they work. Unless, of course, I'm demoing it to the class and then it doesn't work.
Yeah, all right.
Okay.
That helps. I like it though. It's a picture. It's a picture they have this again. No, I wanted to see the whole of God. It is gone. That's pretty cool. I like that. Okay, this is you don't like this box though? Because make sure it's